Hello, you. It's me. And this image comes from Rose Red. She showed a video of Gypsy shopping. And honestly, all I could think of is what the fuck? She's shopping for all these things for her child, half of which she said she already had, so why are you buying it again? Oh, I know that she had this one, but I haven't been able to find it, so I'm just gonna get her another one. Oh, I know she has this thing, but this one looks better, so I'm gonna get this one. And yet, when you see pictures of Aurora the baby's room, it's sparse. There's hardly anything in it. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, everything is about the aesthetic. That's great, but aesthetic doesn't give a child things to play with. It's so fake and so phony. Rose Red also has been bringing up again recently about the real dolls or whatever they're called and how you can AI them. Yeah, if you look back at some of the videos that Gypsy made when Aurora the baby was small, like 3 months old or something, you see her holding a bottle. That bottle is identical to the bottles they give you for the real dolls. Identical. And I remember seeing that. I think somebody said something about it, but then it just kind of went to the wayside. But yeah, absolutely. The bottle that she was using was identical to the bottles that come with the real dolls or whatever they're called. I'm just going to call them real dolls because you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, uh, yeah, crazy. And the fact that Gypsy is saying now that Aurora the baby is 12 to 18 months in clothing. Now, I could see that being a fact since she's, almost 11 months. She's getting close to that line. And I could see where she'd be wearing clothes for like a 12-month-old baby, maybe more, if the baby was bigger. But the baby that we see, at least in the last run that she did where she showed the baby playing with a toy because she was getting fussy, blah, blah, blah. That baby did not look like nearly 1 year old. That baby looked smaller. So she's showing these clothes. Oh, she's wearing 12-month plus. Is she? Which baby? Like I said, I've counted at least like 5. And none of them blonde that I could see. Well, one of them I think was blonde. But mostly like the baby that she keeps showing that is in her home and she's shopping with has dark hair. She doesn't have blonde hair, or it could be he, for all we know. But the baby that she shows has dark hair. Where's the blonde? Is the baby blue-eyed? Who gives a fuck? Maybe it is. I don't care. But if you're talking about a blonde hair, blue-eyed baby, if Christy is saying, oh, she looks so much like Mia when Mia was a baby, but all you see is a dark-haired baby, what the fuck are they talking about? It does, nothing ever adds up. But let me be clear when I say this. Nothing ever adds up. That's not because they're smart. I've heard people say that Gypsy's smart. She keeps us on the edge with questioning about does she have a baby or not? And she laughs at it and it's so funny. That's not her being smart. That's her showing her ass. She doesn't know how to take care of a baby. She has showed that time and time again whenever she does lives. She always has that baby in danger, whether it's allowing her to take toys from a dog she knows will attack, luckily didn't, or touching a fireplace, even though it's fake fire, allowing her to do that, or putting her in a baby seat improperly, or putting wires and things very close to where she could grab them and hurt herself, or putting the mattress up so high that if she stood up, she'd fall out, which makes the question for me, if Aurora is nearly 11 months old, and that mattress up until, a week ago was very high, how did Aurora not fall out of it? It doesn't make any sense. Babies, they do that at like 9 months. It doesn't make any sense. That's good that she lowered the mattress, but did that room look like a baby was there? Because it didn't to me. It just all looks like fake and phony show off bullshit. That room was sparse. And yet Gypsy shows herself shopping for Aurora and buying like 12, 13 items. What, she never did that before? She never went on a shopping spree to buy toys for Aurora the baby? Is this the first time? That baby has like nothing. And, I'm just going to speak anecdotal on my experience as a mother. But by the time my child was 1, my child had toy boxes, baskets, shelves, all sorts of things to house not only the toys and things that I bought, but friends, family bought. So neighbors. I had neighbors who thought my child was so adorable. They just went out and said, "Oh, I got this for your baby because your baby's so cute." I mean, people do that. And I'm not complaining about the room being clean because that's always good. I had to do that. I think I picked up maybe twice a day, and it was still always a mess. But that didn't look like a room where a baby was and playing with things. It just didn't. And I'm a broke bitch. And I still had a fuck ton of toys and stuffed animals and dolls and all the sorts of things that babies have. Plus, I had the little hangers to put her clothes up, to put the baby's clothes up. I had all that too. We all usually do, whether you're rich or poor. We do what we can. But you don't see, like, where are the diapers in that room? The piles of diapers. I didn't see anything. Or the spit cloths where you wipe them up, or the baby wipes, or where's the changing pad? Did she have a changing pad in that room? Because I didn't see it. Maybe she uses the bed, which is kind of a dangerous thing considering babies sometimes leak. They leak all sorts of things. But yeah, it just didn't look like a real bedroom to me. And Gypsy doesn't act like, also, when she's going shopping and taking Aurora the baby, where's the diaper bag? Why don't I ever see a diaper bag? I don't see a diaper bag where you keep diapers, wipes, a new change of clothing in case they blow out on the one that they're wearing or they accidentally, wee on it or something. And that's where you carry the extra toys and things, snacks, a bottle. That's what the diaper bag is for, to make sure that the child has all the essentials with them in case they need it. Where's the diaper bag? Do people not carry those anymore? Because I haven't seen a diaper bag. It everything for her is very surface level, and it never rings true. And that's what I hate about it. Because if there really is a baby there, I feel like that baby is suffering, starving for attention, and being neglected. And that is definitely worth a call to CPS. But the truth of the matter is, I don't think that she has Aurora the baby. If the baby is real, I don't think she has Aurora the baby that often. So thank God for that child. But how horrible for that poor child to have Gypsy as a mother, if in fact she exists, which I still am on the fence about. I'm still kind of an 80-20 because she doesn't act like a mother. She doesn't do things like a mother. She's not responsible in any way, shape, or form like a mother. This is why I just think Gypsy's an idiot, and I don't think that she could ever plan a murder. She planned the murder of her mother, supposedly, for 2 years, or over 2 years, and she botched it up that bad. This is why I talk about impulsivity. She wants her mother gone. She'd been wanting her mother gone for over 4 years before Nick. Now she's supposedly planning this murder for at least 2 years, and it's that botched up. Did she plan on having all that blood in the kitchen, in the living room, in the hallway that she had to clean up? And she's such a great planner that when she was being, when they had her in the room and they were talking to her, the authorities were talking to her, she was such a great planner that she had splatter on her shirt. Splatter. Blood on her shirt while she's being talked to about the murder. And, mind you, from what I could see, it was on the right side. Is that significant, considering that it looks like the murder weapon was held and attacked to Dee Dee on the right side? Is that just circumstantial evidence? They never got a chance to see whose blood that was. Whose blood that was could have been very important. Whether it was Dee Dee's, or it could have been Nick's, or it could have been Gypsy's, or it could have been someone else who was there who maybe got nicked. But think about that. Think about all that. Gypsy is not smart. She manipulates, but once you see how she's manipulating, you can catch it fast. She's not smart. She's not smart because we can see when she shows the baby in her crib that the crib mattress is way too high, that there's way too many dangers, that she doesn't know how to put in a car seat or put the baby in the car seat properly. People who are good manipulators don't make these very juvenile, sophomoric mistakes. So don't keep thinking that she's so smart and so manipulative and so good at it, because she's not. If she were so good at it, how would we find all these flaws? She speaks flaws all the time. She contradicts herself. We catch them. And then she's got a third story or a fourth story. None of them sound believable. Now the newer story is that she can't remember because of PTSD. Please. She can remember. She just doesn't want to tell you the truth. Any excuse. First it was, it was life or death. My mom was going to kill me, so I had to kill her. Then it was, my mom was really abusive and I snapped and I couldn't take it. And then it was, my mom was crazy and had psychotic episodes and I just had to protect myself. Now it's, I don't know, I don't remember because I have PTSD because my mom was so abusive. Bull. Absolute bull. And you could say Dee Dee was abusive when nobody was there. You know, friends and family, you know, Dee Dee would put on her best face. But you know what's interesting is that Gypsy never says that. Gypsy never says, oh, she was sweet as pie until they left and then she'd hit me. She never said that. She doesn't even know how to cover her own ass. This is why I say Gypsy isn't smart. And all it does is take one person who can drill through the bullshit and she would collapse completely. Why they didn't do that when it first came out? I mean, we saw that one police officer interrogating her. And that was the word I was looking for earlier. Interrogating her and saying, yeah, I don't believe your bullshit. And there was a little bit of panic in her voice. Imagine if everybody said, I don't believe your bullshit. We see you. We see you lying. We see you changing facts and changing stories continuously because you're lying. Just don't let her speak the bullshit. I wonder what she would do then. How would she react? I mean, it's curious to see. And I'm not going on the attack for Gypsy. I don't care enough. I am just aggravated that she isn't in prison where she belongs. Because all these other stories, Barbara Ann from Straight Outta Context has gone through several stories of people who are just like Gypsy, who wanted their parent or parents dead and hired their boyfriend to do it. And where are they now? They're all in prison for life. And a lot of them prison for life without parole. So what is special about Gypsy? Because there's nothing special about Gypsy. She's not particularly smart. She's not particularly educated. She's not particularly talented in anything except trying to deceive people, which she can't really do because we catch her in all the lies. So what is her worth in society except to bring it down? What is her worth? How corrupt is the judicial system that let her out, and why? I can't help but think, and I can't believe I'm saying it, I don't know if it's a cult. I don't know if it's a bunch of devil worshippers, but I think that Karma Collector might have something. I don't know what it is. I'm not, like I said, I find it difficult to believe it's one of those things. But it's something, because Gypsy could not do all this herself. She's not smart enough. She's not conniving enough. She's violent enough. Otherwise, it would never have happened in the first place. She's definitely violent enough. She's definitely mentally ill. That she has in spades. But she didn't do it alone. That's my belief. I'm so strong on that belief. Because she couldn't do it alone. She fucked it up so hard. With all the things, it's no wonder if she did have help if they left, because she just kept fucking everything up. She was so excited about what was going on that she fucked it up. You know, a perfect example is she was so wanting them to find her mother's body that she had to do something impulsive to get them on the trail. That wasn't planned. There's no way. No way that any smart criminal would plan that. They'd be happy that the body wasn't found for weeks, for months, so that it could, forgive me for saying this, but it could decompose so that finding who the murderer was would be a hell of a lot harder. That would be to their advantage. Gypsy didn't think that way. She was so excited about it, she wanted everybody to know, and it took too long. It took too long for them to find out. So she had to do something to make them find out. That's her downfall. It's that impulsivity. People that are smart wouldn't do that. So we got to stop giving her so much damn credit. She doesn't deserve it. I just want to know who is behind her that has been keeping her away from life in prison without parole. Who was responsible for that? It's not Gypsy. But who was responsible for that? Because they're the dangerous one. Or ones. It might be more than one. I don't know how many. But that's the danger here. Gypsy, minimal. Because she can't do anything for herself. Someone else did it. In fact, she said that many times. All she had to do was exist. Her mother took care of everything. How could she plan the murder? I mean, it was planned really badly. You know, after 2 years of planning, it should have been a lot better, I would think. But, yeah, she couldn't. She can't. She's not smart enough to do that. So who was? That's what we need to look for. Who was behind the scenes? Gypsy, in essence, called upon them to help her, but she was just kind of a nothing in the whole crime. I'm not saying she didn't participate, because I think she did. But planning? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think she has the capability. Again, look at how she's living her life now. Look at the stupid mistakes that she makes constantly. Look at the hypocrisy of what she says. She's not smart. She thinks she is. She thinks she is. She thinks she got away with murder. But she didn't do it. Someone else did. Someone else helped her to get away. Why? Why did they do that? Who owes who? We need to look at that. Who owes who? It'd be interesting to dive deeper into it and find out connections, because that's, I think, where we're really going to find answers. It's not with Gypsy. It's with who's behind Gypsy. Who helped her? That's the real question. Anyway. Allegedly. This is all alleged. Thank you for listening. Please, lots of comments down below, because I love it. And that's all I got to say.